Syndromes of lesions of frontal, parietal, and the temporal lobes of the brain. Symptoms of irritation and prolapse. Brain lesions. Lesions are a type of damage to the brain. Brain lesions may not produce any symptoms at first. As the lesions worsen over time, though, symptoms become more noticeable. Symptoms of the brain lesions vary depending on the type of lesions, its extent, and where it is found every young. The different and its symptoms will vary in individual cases. Many lesions, however, may be in areas of the brain that don't produce symptoms. typical symptoms typical symptoms may include headaches are usually the first symptoms to appear with the brain lesions. The pain appears suddenly and worsens as the time passes. Over-the-counter medicine usually offer no relief for the pain. Nausea and possible vomiting. Bright movement if the lesions affect the part of the brain responsible for motor skills. Lack of concentration, the inability to make quick decisions, and agitation. Delayed speech, blurred vision, and impaired hearing. Involuntary movement of body parts, which may progress to convulsions in severe cases. Frontal lobe, the largest of the four lobes, is responsible for the body motor skills, such as voluntary movement, language, and intellectual and behavior function. This area controls memory, intelligence, concentration, temper, and personality. Temporal lobe, located on each side of the brain at ear level, is the importance of hearing, memory, and speech. Parietal lobe, at the center of the brain, is where sensory information like a head pressure and pain is received and interpreted. Occipital, found at the back of the brain, is primarily responsible for vision. The following symptoms are specific to lesions of the frontal lobe. Absence of the sense of the smell, usually limited to one nostril, speech impairment, loss of motor activity on one or both sides of the body, behavioral changes. The following symptoms are specific to lesions of the temporal lobe. A change in behavior and emotions, disruption in the sense of the smell, taste, and hearing, language and speech disorders, problem with the field of vision, forgetfulness, and the inability to focus. The following systems are specific to lesions of the parietal lobe. Loss of a sensation like a touch, asterogenosis, or the inability to identify things placed in the hand, weakening of the language development. The following symptoms are specific to lesions of the occipital lobes, change in the vision. Thank you for attention.